The elevator door slid open with a soft chime, and your heels clicked against the marble floor of John Corporation's executive level. You didn't announce your visit, why would you? You were the CEO's wife. The moment you stepped out, the atmosphere shifted. Receptionists stiffened, assistants froze mid typing, and even the intern carrying coffee cups slowed his steps. Everyone's eyes flicked toward Jungkook's office door and then quickly away again. You narrowed your eyes. What? You asked the receptionist sharply. Nothing, ma'am. She stammered, bowing her head. But you weren't stupid. They were hiding something, and judging from the nervous glances being exchanged, you knew exactly who was inside that office. Kim Tae-young. Your jaw tightened as you marched down the hallway, the sound of your heels echoing like a warning bell. No one dared stop you. They all knew the boss was powerful, but his wife was unstoppable. Should we stop her? One employee said, already sensing the chaos. The others gave her a look. If you don't love your life, then go ahead. She gulped, not even daring to think about it again. Without knocking, you pushed open the glass door, and there it was. Confetti scattered on the carpet, a chocolate cake sat half eaten on the desk, and your husband, John Jungkook, feared CEO, was standing beside his chair, holding a plate of cake while Kim Taeyong gleefully blew a party horn. Happy birthday to me! Taeyong cheered, shoving a forkful of cake toward Jungkook's mouth. Jungkook swatted his hand away with a groan. Taeyong, stop. This is my office, not a playground. Oh, relax. You're smiling on the inside. Taeyong teased. Your voice sliced through the room. Oh, he'll be smiling on the outside once I'm done with both of you. Both men whipped around. Jungkook froze, guilt painted across his face. Taeyong, of course, looked positively thrilled to see you. Baby, you here? My favorite sister-in-law, Taeyong announced, dramatically standing with open arms. Did you come to celebrate my birthday too? Your eyes narrowed into slits. Don't call me that. You act more like his second wife than a best friend. Second wife? Taeyong gasped, pressing a hand to his chest. I'll have you know, I was here long before you. Childhood best friend privileges, madam. You crossed your arms, your voice dripping venom. And I'm the one who married him, which means I win. Jungkook quickly set down the cake, stepping forward like a man caught between fire and fire. Baby, it's not what it looks like. Oh, it looks exactly like what it is. You snapped, glaring at him. You cancel our date because you're too busy, but here you are, throwing a party. Taeyong smirked, clearly enjoying the chaos. Not a party, a very exclusive, private birthday celebration. Private? You repeated, your tongue dangerous. With my husband? Correction, Taeyong said cheerfully, with my best friend of 20 years. Don't worry, sweetheart, I'll return him to you when I'm done borrowing him. Jungkook ran a hand down his face, muttering under his breath. Shut your mouth, you already got me in trouble. You arched a brow, turning to him while Jungkook gulped. Baby, he started but you cut him off. So this is what you call being busy, John Jungkook. Baby, listen, Jungkook started, his voice low, almost pleading. Oh, I'm listening. You cut in again, arms crossed. Go on, tell me how you couldn't spare 2 hours for a date with your wife, but you had time to play house with him. Taeyong let out a dramatic gasp. Excuse me, house? Please, I bring way more excitement to his life than just house. I'm basically his stress relief. You turned to him with a glare so sharp it could cut glass. Taeyong, don't test me. You are breathing only because I tolerate the fact that you existed in his life before me. Taeyong placed a hand on his heart, pretending to be wounded. Ah, cruel words. You wound me, sister-in-law. But deep down, I know you are just jealous. Jealous. You scoffed, tilting your head with a dangerous smile. Why would I be jealous of a grown man who still shows up at his best friend's office like a clingy teenager? Because your husband loves me. Taeyong shot back with a grin. Not like he loves you, of course, but still, love is love. Kim Taeyong, you hissed, stepping closer. If you don't shut your mouth in the next 5 seconds, you'll be eating that cake off the floor. Jungkook immediately set the plate down before disaster struck. He raised both hands in surrender. Okay, stop, please. Let's all calm down. You turn your death stare on him next. Don't you dare try to play mediator, Jungkook. You are the reason I walked into this circus. Jungkook flinched, his Adam's apple bobbing nervously. Baby, it's not what it looks like, I swear, he just showed up. Oh, so now he just shows up and you forget you are married. You snapped. Taeyong, ever the instigator, smirked. Technically, he didn't forget. He just reprioritized. Wives are permanent. Birthdays only comes once a year. Reprioritized. You repeated slowly, glaring at Jungkook. Did you just let him say that? No. Jungkook said quickly, his voice almost cracking as he looked between you and Taeyong. I didn't, baby. You are my number one priority. Always. He's just his soulmate. Taeyong interrupted with a wicked grin. You whipped your head back toward Taeyong, eyes blazing. One more word, and you'll be celebrating your next birthday in the ICU. Taeyong leaned back casually, completely unfazed. You see, Jungkook, this is why I'm better for your blood pressure. I bring joy, she brings threats. Jungkook groaned, running both hands through his hair. His employee feared him, the market bent for him, but here he was, reduced to a nervous wreck, stuck between his possessive wife and his infuriating best friend. Taeyong, he said firmly, pointing at the cake, eat your cake quietly. Then he turned to you, softening immediately. And baby, please, let's not do this here. You know you are the only one for me. You narrowed your eyes, still glaring holes into him. We'll see about that tonight. You're explaining every detail. And you better pray your explanation is good. Taeyong snorted, raising his fork like a toast. To married life, cheers, Jungkook, you poor soul. Jungkook shot him a deadly glare, then looked back at you with nervous puppy eyes, silently begging for mercy. But you only smirked, leaning closer to whisper in his ear. CEO or not, Jungkook, you are dead when we get home. And Jungkook, John Corporation's untouchable, powerful CEO, swallowed hard, realizing that no boardroom battle had ever terrified him as much as the look in your eyes right now. Taeyong decided to tease you a little more. Sit down, eat cake and be useful, he said, placing a plate of cake in front of you. You gave him a death glare. No thanks, you enjoy the cake. He's leaving with me. We're going on our date. Taeyong raised a brow. Excuse you, it's my birthday. And excuse you, you snapped. He's my husband. He's my best friend. Do you know how many birthdays he has skipped? He owes me. Do you know how many dates we have skipped because of you? You shouted back. Jungkook pressed his forehead into his palm. Why does my life feels like a custody battle? Because you let him act like this. You glared at your husband. Don't worry, sweetheart. Taeyong teased. He loves me in a different way. You are still number one, most of the time. Your jaw dropped. Most of the time? Taeyong, Jungkook snapped, but it was too late. You grabbed Jungkook's wrist. We are leaving. Happy birthday to you. But Taeyong grabbed his other wrist. Thanks, lady boss, but you are not leaving without cake. And there you were, tugging Jungkook toward the door while Taeyong tugged him toward the cake. The great CEO, the mighty John Jungkook, being pulled around like a rag doll between his wife and his best friend. Jungkook, in his infinite wisdom, suggested a compromise. We'll all go to dinner together. He declared like some peace negotiator. What? No! You shouted at the same time Taeyong called, yes. But Jungkook had already grabbed his coat and made his way outside the office. You glared at Taeyong while he winked at you. Don't be mean, sister-in-law. We are a family. You rolled your eyes. More like pain in the head. You said, walking away while he laughed. She didn't change a bit. Cute and dangerous as always. He grabbed his jacket before walking behind you. The restaurant was dimly lit, elegant in a way that almost demanded silence, but with you, Jungkook and Taeyong at the same table, silence was a foreign concept. You sat glued to Jungkook's arm, deliberately staking your claim as you glared across the table at Taeyong. He only smirked, lounging back in his chair like he owned the place. Relax, he drawled, swirling his wine. I'm not here to steal him from you. Though if I really tried, I could. Your eyes narrowed to slits. Try it and I'll stab you with this fork. Jungkook nearly choked on his water. Wine, please. This is a five-star restaurant. Oh, don't worry. Taeyong grinned wickedly. She has been threatening me since college. Remember the time she poured iced coffee on my lap in the cafeteria? Your lips curved into a sly smile. You deserved it. You called me bossy brat in front of everyone. Taeyong tilted his head as if reminiscing fondly, and you chased me across the quad with your notebook like it was a weapon. That notebook had hardcovers. It was a weapon. You shot back. Jungkook dragged a hand over his face, mumbling, feel like I'm babysitting. But then Taeyong leaned forward, smirk deepening. Did you know Ryan? Jungkook cried when I left for study abroad, hugged me at the airport like a wife sending her husband to war. Your head snapped toward Jungkook. Oh, really? Jungkook instantly went into damage control, cuffing violently into his fist. That's not how it happened at all. Taeyong clasped his hands together dramatically. Oh, it's exactly how it happened. He was sniffly, red eyes, nearly begged me not to go. Hyung, Jungkook's ears were crimson. I was 13, of course I was sad. You leaned closer to Jungkook, mock scandalized. So dramatic, John Jungkook. Crying for your friend but never once crying for me. Jungkook groaned. Baby, that was before you came into my life. Don't turn this on me. Too late. You crossed your arms with a pout, glaring at Taeyong. You just love embarrassing him, don't you? Absolutely. Taeyong lifted his glass like a toast. It's my favorite hobby. By the time the main course arrived, Taeyong had told every ridiculous story from college. How you tripped on stage during a presentation. How you once threatened to kick him out of a moving cab. How Jungkook nearly fainted when you wore his hoodie for the first time. That day he finally confessed his feelings for you. That hoodie was mine, you interjected hotly. Please, Taeyong smirked. Everyone knew Jungkook brought it just so you would steal it. Jungkook tried to sink into his chair. Can we not? But you weren't fooled. Every time you pouted, every time Taeyong provoked you, Jungkook's hand tightened warmly on your thigh under the table, steadying you. Every so often you caught him sneaking glances, his eyes softening in a way that was only reserved for you. Even with all the chaos, you felt it, his silent reassurance. When dessert came, Taeyong leaned back with that same smug grin. A birthday cake? You know, for all your glares, you never forget my birthday, not once. You roll your eyes dramatically. Don't flatter yourself, I only do it because Jungkook would nag me otherwise. Taeyong gave you a knowing look, right? Because bringing me cake every year since college was definitely for him. Well, I deserve it as well because I'm the reason you guys are together now. Shut up. You muttered, pushing the small box you had hidden under your chair toward him. He blinked. What's this? Don't make a scene. You warned, your expression annoyed, but your ears betrayed you. Burning red, Taeyong opened it and his smirk softened into something warmer. Custom watch, sleek, understated, with his initials engraved inside. You looked away scowling. Don't get sappy, I'll take it back. Taeyong chuckled low, slipping it onto his wrist. You are still the same cat that hisses at me while secretly caring. College or now, it hasn't changed. You raised a brow, and you are still the same dog that comes between me and my husband and follows us around just to get scratched. Better a dog than a snake. He shot back instantly. Excuse me? You barked, leaning forward. Jungkook slammed his chopsticks down. Okay, that's it. No more animal comparisons. This is supposed to be a birthday dinner, not a zoo. Both you and Taeyong froze, then burst into laughter at Jungkook's flustered expressions. For the first time that night, you and Taeyong shared the same mischievous grin. Happy birthday, Taeyong, my husband's annoying best friend. You said softly, almost reluctantly. Taeyong tipped his glass toward you. Thanks, my brother's bossy lady. Jungkook sighed, exasperated, but when his gaze lingered on you, clinging stubbornly to his arm, fire in your eyes yet warmth in your voice, his lips curved into the kind of smile that said it all. Even amidst all the bickering and chaos, you were his everything. The next day, you stormed into his office again. This has to stop. You announced. Jungkook looked up from his laptop, calm as ever. What has to stop? Taeyong acting like your second wife. I won't allow it. He leaned back, smirking slightly. You are jealous? I am not jealous. He shot back, cheeks heating. I'm just protective. Uh-huh, he teased. Admit it. You hate sharing me. You glared, then finally muttered. Fine, yes, I hate it. You are mine, only mine. His expression softened instantly. He stood, walked over, and wrapped his arms around you. And I am, he murmured against your forehead. Always yours. No one else matters. Right then the door burst open. Room service, Taeyong announced, carrying takeout bags. Your second wife brought food. You and Jungkook groaned in unison. Get lost, Taeyong.